Yo, let me tell you about a vuln so mean, the most devastating bug you've ever seen. They call it idor, insecure direct object reference, and if you're building web apps, you better show some deference. This vulnerability is responsible for breaches so wild, shockingly simple to exploit. Picture this scenario. You logged into your bank. The URL's what you see. It says bankapp.com/account, user _ID equals 12345. That's your account. Now what happens if you change that number to 12346? Suddenly you're seeing someone else's balance. Their personal details, everything exposed, that idor just got disclosed. idor stands for Insecure Direct Object Reference, coined by owasp back in 2007. Made their top 10 list, been nearly 20 years, but this vulnerability is still causing fears. It's everywhere, developers trusting users like they reading from a book.
They assume you won't mess with parameters, but that assumption's wrong, my friend. This is where security ends.
Here's the fundamental problem. Developers build systems where if you're logged in, you can access your data. But they forget to check if that specific data is yours. They verify, is this person authenticated? But not, is this person authorized? That's the difference. Authentication proves who you are, authorization proves you're allowed. Let me break down what's happening under the hood when you access a resource. The application needs to identify which specific thing you want, using a direct object reference. That's just a fancy way to say they use a database ID, a file name, or some identifier. The insecure part comes in when there's no authorization check. The app grabs whatever ID you provide. Assuming you must be allowed to see it because you're logged in? Wrong. That's the vulnerability taking flight. This is an access control problem at the core, authentication and authorization. Authentication's proving who you are, authorization's proving you're allowed. IDORs happen when applications check authentication fast, but skip authorization completely. You might be wondering, if this vuln's been known since '07, why is it still a problem? First reason, it's easy to miss during development time. Everything seems fine. You click the button, you see your data, working great, not thinking like an attacker. Second, modern web apps are complex, hundreds or thousands of endpoints. Each one potentially exposing different resources, every single one needs proper authorization. Easy to miss one, especially in fast-paced environments where security reviews are displaced. Third reason, a lot of developers don't understand the split between authentication and authorization. They implement login correctly, think security's handled, while authorization gets tossed. Checking permissions for each resource access gets overlooked. That's how your application gets smoked. Let's talk about what happens when these vulns get exploited for real. The consequences can be severe. We're talking data breaches, accessing private info like financial records, health data. If you can enumerate user IDs, you can potentially access every user's data. Privacy violations, unauthorized access to private info is a massive incentive for attackers. For attackers to break trust, it's a legal problem coming straight for you. Account takeover. Sometimes IDORs don't just let you view, they let you modify data. Change someone's email, reset their password, take complete control of their account. Horizontal and vertical privilege escalation. Horizontal means accessing data from users at your same level. Like one customer seeing another's orders. Vertical means accessing data from higher privilege users. Both are bad, both put security in a trance. Here's a real story. A security researcher testing a university. He noticed the URL for his transcript had his student ID, changed the number, and boom, someone else's grades. Personal info exposed. Didn't need to be a master hacker, just changed a measure. The university had authentication, but they didn't have authorization. That's the worst. They didn't check if the student ID you were requesting belonged to you. Classic idor. And this ain't some obscure edge case. idor's been found in major platforms. Government websites, healthcare systems, financial institutions, even the Department of Defense. In 2020, a security firm found an idor in a DoD site, that's right. These vulnerabilities are common, lurking everywhere, from small startups to enterprises, beware. Why should this matter to you? If you're building web applications, APIs, mobile apps, Anything that handles user data, you need to care. They're easy to introduce, easy to exploit, and can have massive consequences coming your way. If you're a business owner, idor vulnerabilities can lead to data breaches that damage your name, result in massive fines under GDPR or CCPA, destroy customer trust, leave your reputation wrong. If you're a security professional, idors are low-hanging fruit, easiest you've seen. They're everywhere, waiting to be found with keen eyes and proper methodology. Insecure direct object references, a perfect example of how simple mistakes can have huge security implications.
The vulnerability is conceptually straightforward, but the impact is anything but trivial.
In the next video, we'll walk through exactly how attackers exploit these vulnerabilities. The techniques, the tools, the mindset they deploy, because once you understand the attack, you'll defend with joy. Peace out, see you there. Stay secure, my friend. This IDR series is just beginning.